Raila's new Ruto onslaught could hurt talks report. This is according to the newspaper article. I don't know. I want to know your thoughts, your views, and also your opinions concerning this particular headline in the comment section down below. What's your take on this? But if you have been observing Raila Odinga's recent political activities very keenly, you'll definitely realize that all of a sudden, Raila Odinga has been attacking President William Ruto so badly, politically speaking. And of course, there's no problem with that, because remember that Raila is the official opposition leader in the Republic of Kenya. So basically, he is just doing his job ya kupiga makelele and correcting the government. William Ruto made it very clear that he needs a strong opposition because he believes in democracy and the rule of law. In the previous Jubilee administration, immediately after the handshake, there was no opposition. And we all saw the negative effects of a country being ruled without the opposition. William Ruto will not want the same situation to occur again in his government. But one of the biggest political mistakes that Raila Odinga recently committed, and I'm sure 100% that he is currently regretting about that mistake, was to threaten President William Ruto over the return of maandamano again in the year 2024. Because the same demonstrations, street protests, violence, and anarchy was what led to the implementation of the National Dialogue Talks. So let me ask you, just in case the dialogue talks failed completely, do you think that President William Ruto needs the implementation of the bipartisan talks ahead of the 2027 general elections? The answer is of course no, because I strongly believe that William Ruto has got nothing to lose. He will still win the next election in a free and fair political contest, with or without the National Dialogue Report. And in fact, it has always been my idea that let William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza Alliance government withdraw completely from these talks, because it is a total waste of time. What about the other side of Azimio? Do you think that Azimio La Umoja One Kenya Alliance needs the implementation of the bipartisan talks ahead of the 2027 general elections? Well, to be honest here, currently Azimio is divided. But the people who have been pushing so hard for the implementation of the bipartisan talks ahead of the 2027 general elections, just behind the scenes, are none other than Raila Odinga and the Wiper Party leader, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Basically, it is because of their political interest ahead of the 2027 general elections. But for the case of the former head of state, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, Martha Karua, Eugene Wamalwa, and several other Azimio leaders, and especially from the larger Mount Kenya region, have publicly said no to the implementation of the dialogue talks. And that is why the way I've been observing this entire particular issue here is that the Kenyattas, and of course Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, is the one who has been inciting Raila Odinga to launch these recent attacks on President William Ruto. Raila Odinga is just being used here just to forget about the recent bipartisan talks with President William Ruto, led by Kalonzo Musyoka in Azimio, and the majority leader in the National Assembly, Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, representing the Kenya Kwanza Alliance. Remember that in the bipartisan talks, they all agreed, both parties agreed that there will be no demonstrations again. So what exactly made Raila Odinga to threaten to lead demonstrations again in 2024? That is upon you to judge. I also strongly believe that without the implementation of the bipartisan talks ahead of the 2027 general elections, Raila Odinga is finished completely, politically speaking, due to the following reasons. Let me explain to you so that you can understand. But before I go straight into the deeper details of this video, just a quick reminder that in case you are listening to me up to this point and you haven't subscribed, I'm requesting you to please just take a second or two and subscribe to this channel. You can also give this video a like. If you do that, YouTube will automatically recommend this channel and this video to reach out to others so that we can grow our audience. To my returning subscribers also, I can't forget about you. I want to appreciate you so much for your continued support, because without your support, this channel cannot be where it is, and that is why I also don't take that support for granted. You can also activate the notification bell down below. The importance of activating the notification bell by pressing the notification bell down below is that you will never miss out any video that I upload in this channel, because immediately I upload a video here, YouTube will automatically send you the notifications. Having said that, now let us go straight into the details. Why do I think personally that without the implementation of the dialogue talks, Raila Odinga is finished, Kalonzo Musyoka is finished, and a greater percentage of Azimio leaders, their political career might even end without the bipartisan talks? Because of this. Number one, the office of the opposition leader. Remember that the implementation of the dialogue talks was proposing the establishment of the official office of the opposition leader. And initially, based on this Taifa Leo newspaper headline, let me just show you on the screen. It says that Kalonzo Karua pia warushiwa mfupa. Now, if you read that article, it says that Azimio had agreed that let Raila Odinga be the official opposition leader as per the proposals by the bipartisan talks, and to be deputized by Kalonzo Musyoka and also Martha Karua. But there was a big problem there, because Raila Odinga wanted to be the opposition leader, Kalonzo Musyoka also wanted to be the opposition leader, and Martha Karua also wanted to be the same. So there was no mutual agreement. There was the split within Azimio. And I think that might be the reason as to why even Raila Odinga is not so serious recently about the bipartisan talks. So basically here what I'm trying to say, Raila needs that seat as the official opposition leader, which will be funded by the exchequer. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. Number two, I strongly believe that if the national dialogue talks will fail, Raila Odinga will be the loser here, because of the time that was wasted by Azimio in the whole process of the demonstrations across the country. The resources that was wasted by Azimio. So basically Azimio will lose here. Raila Odinga will lose. William Ruto on the other side has got nothing to lose. With or without the dialogue talks, just like I had said it earlier on, President William Ruto is just okay with it. And I guess Raila Odinga agreed upon this implementation of the dialogue talks because Raila thought that there could be an handshake between himself and President William Ruto through these dialogue talks. But unfortunately, Raila Odinga and Azimio imagination completely failed, because William Ruto stood to his own words that there is no way that he will agree on a handshake. Despite all the pressure that was mounted on him by Raila Odinga and Azimio, William Ruto stood firm. And finally, Raila Odinga needs these dialogue talks because of his political alignments ahead of the 2027 general elections. The dialogue talks basically makes Raila Odinga's politics very easier, because just in case Raila Odinga creates a new alliance, or let's say the Azimio alliance ahead of the 2027 general elections, it creates position. It implements new positions there. The office of the opposition leader and also the office of the prime minister. So it will be easier for Raila Odinga to appoint the leaders there to support him. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you think. After listening to this analysis, I want to know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. Otherwise, I don't have much. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Let me see you again in my next analysis. Bye-bye.